Mariupol is the second largest city in Donetsk Oblast and the industrial region's main port. Thanks to its strategic location on the Azov Sea, Mariupol has long been one of the key objectives of the Kremlin-backed insurgency in East Ukraine. Early on in the conflict, Mariupol fell to the insurgents, but it was liberated by the Ukrainian government several weeks later. Up until the onset of the current nominal ceasefire, pro-Russian forces threatened the city on two fronts, from Donetsk to the north and from Russia to the east. Local residents who don't want to see their city occupied again are now doing whatever they can to help defend it. This group of Mariupol volunteers has collected warm winter clothes for a Ukrainian military unit manning a checkpoint on the city's northern front line. The unit in question is the Kyiv II Volunteer Battalion. Such volunteer battalions rely on donations from the public and help from ordinary Ukrainian citizens, such as this group of local Mariupol residents. We're currently on the road between Donetsk and Mariupol, two major cities of the Donetsk region. Mariupol is Ukrainian-controlled and is the current seat of the Donetsk regional government. Donetsk is the separatist stronghold. This is the last Ukrainian checkpoint. Beyond it, some 50 kilometers away, is Donetsk. This checkpoint is manned by the members of the volunteer battalion, who are heavily dependent on the help of the other volunteers. One of such volunteer battalion members is YEVHEN Karas, a 27-year-old philosophy student from Kyiv. Like most of the other volunteers fighters, YEVHEN's battle began during the Euromaidan revolution in Kyiv. During the winter months of protest in the Ukrainian capital, YEVHEN defended his freedom with Molotov cocktails. Now, far from home, he's defending his country with an AK-47.
Our soldiers here are not scared because they are ready to prepare to defend country. They know they came here as a volunteer, and they know that it is maybe last battle that Ukraine will gain real independence.
It may be the last battle for a truly independent Ukraine, but for most of the volunteer fighters here on this checkpoint, it is also their first real experience of combat. As they grow accustomed to life on the front lines, the backing they receive from the Ukrainian public is particularly important.
As we've seen so huge human help, so huge volunteer help, we know that we will fight till the end and we will win.
So can you say that the volunteers help you not only with warm stuff but also with support?
Yes, the maybe main part of volunteer help is to warm our hearts and to bring us food that we need to this country.
Their hearts are not only being warmed by the fact that ordinary people take great care of them, but also in other ways. Along with warm clothes and food, Mariupol volunteers brought these front-line troops a selection of letters written by school children. They're helping to defend from the Russian threat. Despite the approaching winter chill, members of the volunteer battalion serving here on the front lines of the conflict in East Ukraine remain in relatively good spirits. They're deeply motivated and are now also relatively well-dressed. They say they are fighting for Ukraine's independence. The support they continue to receive from Mariupol residents serves as a constant reminder that their efforts are not in vain. This is VOLODYMYR and Igor Tkach reporting from Mariupol for Ukraine Today.